Hello, Aries. Welcome to your July 2020 energy reading. I hope that all is going well with you. So, if you have been feeling a little bit introspective or reflective, or maybe even a little bit scatterbrained recently, it is likely because we are in the midst of Mercury retrograde. But luckily, Mercury retrograde is set to go direct on the 12th of July. And the reason is that whole aspect of appearing to go backwards sort of takes us back to the past so that we do have those feelings of introspectiveness, reflection, and, sometimes just maybe not being quite on our game. Also, it's very common to have communication issues during Mercury retrograde because Mercury rules communication. So that even carries over to electronic communication. If your Zoom meetings have been a little wonky lately, that may be why. We have a lunar eclipse coming up very soon on the 5th. And it is the last Cancer Capricorn eclipse that we're going to see for a while. We've had several of those Cancer Capricorn lunar eclipses combos that began in 2018 and that are ending for a while with this one. So it could be possible that you have some sort of major revelation or the end of a chapter. And then the other thing that we have this month is the new moon in Cancer on the 20th, and that is really going to be a good time to energetically set intentions. So if there's some intention that you would like to set, I'd say to align that with that new moon on the 20th. Okay, so there's the little general update, and now we will go into the general energy of the month for you, Aries. So what's the general energy of the month for Aries? We've got the Two of Swords. Now, what's something positive that is going on with the Aries folks? What positive aspect do they have to look forward to in the month of July? So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Fabulous. What about romantic relationships or any significant relationship? Whatever relationship is most significant to Aries at this point, what information do you have about the energy surrounding that relationship for the month of July? We've got the Three of Wands. And then what about work or school? Work or school situations for our Aries friends. We've got the Page of Cups. And then finances. What does the financial house look like for Aries in the month of July of 2020? We've got the Five of Wands. And what about challenges for the month? What sort of challenges should Aries be aware of? Being aware of them gives you a warning. You can be better prepared. What should they be looking out for? The Ten of Wands. And then what's the advice for Aries for the month? How should they deal with their challenges? What universal advice from Spirit do we have for Aries this month? We've got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so starting off, the overall energy for the month is, it looks like you're going to have to make a decision on something. And it seems like you may not yet have all the information here at the beginning of the month. So if you take a look at the imagery on that card, you can see that the woman is sitting there with her back to the water, into the moon. And she's got her arms crossed in front of her chest, and she's holding those two swords at a diagonal and very symmetrically, they're perfectly symmetrical in that. So basically you've got some sort of decision to make where one option right now is not heavily outweighing the other option. And that may be because you don't have all of the information. With the moon in the background, it's saying that there may be information that is still being withheld or that you haven't discovered yet. So the universe does want you to make a decision. They don't want you to sit in this place for too long, but they do want to make sure that you do gather the necessary information to make the decision. So please don't make this decision until you feel like you have gotten more information. It's not the time to make the decision if you have not yet gotten the information. But the information is coming, is what Spirit's saying. You just, may have to be a little patient for it. It may not come immediately. So the next card is something positive for you for the month, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So you've got fate on your side there, spinning the wheel and putting you on the path that you are supposed to be put on. That is definitely going to open up something for you with this Wheel of Fortune. So you want to make sure that you do stay open and aware to any opportunities that the universe presents. Make sure that you do not, close yourself off in any way, because the month of July is definitely going to offer you at least one significant opportunity to put yourself on a slightly different path. And it will be it's a positive outcome, because this is showing up in the position of positive news for you for the month. Now, a significant relationship, whether that be romantic or whether that be some other significant relationship, is coming up with the Three of Wands. This is a positive card. The sunlight in the background is associated with positivity overall. And you can see that the gentleman in the picture is looking out over the landscape, and he's basically, almost waiting for his ship to come in. So with this card in this position, it may be that you've been in the energy in one of your significant relationships of waiting for something, waiting for the other person to, do something. Whether this is something that they promised you that they were going to do, or maybe it's that you just simply had the expectation that this person should do it and that they should do it by now. This card here shows that July is a good energy for them to actually do it. To have that ship come in, the energy is shown as very positive there for that one. The next card that comes up is work or school. You've got the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is someone who offers an emotional offering. So you may be offered something, whether it be in relation to work or school, that really fills your heart. So this is something that's much more associated with emotion than it is with money. So it may not be that you're being offered, the highest paying internship, or you're being offered some sort of job promotion, but it looks like you're offered something that really allows you to fill your heart with satisfaction. It will emotionally fill your cup, that page that has their cup. So positive there. As far as finances, it looks like there may be possibly some bumps here in the month of July. Unfortunately, it may not be the most settled month with regards to finances. This here, you can tell that there's the energy of being unsettled. It sort of looks like the people on that card are fighting each other. So things may feel a little unsettled with regards to finances in the month of July. As far as the challenges for the month for you, you ended up with the Ten of Wands. And if you look at the imagery on the Ten of Wands card, you can see that the person appears to be sort of hunched over, but moving forward in a forward direction, carrying these 10 wands. And it appears as though they are struggling to carry these wands. So there may be points in July where you feel a little bit overburdened, like you're carrying just a little bit too much, and that it's making it difficult for you to move forward. Now you are moving forward, but you may not be moving forward at a pace that you find satisfactory. So the advice that goes along with this card, there's additional advice that comes along with the Seven of Pentacles in a minute, but the advice that always comes along with that Ten of Wands card is that it's very important for you to share the burden, because you're not going to get too far if you continue to carry that burden yourself. You need to reach out and ask for help. And you'll be surprised that it's going to be very likely that you do get help, and it's going to, as a result, make you feel less burdened. But the universe is saying that despite that, with this Seven of Pentacles, that you're going to have to be patient. You're moving in the right direction. You can see that the Seven of Pentacles, it looks like it's a gardener, and it looks like he's tending to his garden. And he's standing there and he's kind of gazing at the garden. And these pentacles in this card are supposed to be representative of seeds. So you've done, or you're going to do this month, what you need to do to move yourself forward, to get rid of some of these burdens that you've been carrying. But you're going to have a degree of patience with it. Although I do feel like you'll get some assistance if you do reach out and ask for some help, you still may feel slightly dissatisfied with the pace of that forward movement. But Spirit's saying, be patient. You planted the seeds and you tended to the garden, so you're going to have the fruits of your labor coming up. You just may not see it in the month of July specifically. So I hope that the reading was helpful to you. If it was, please like and subscribe, so if we do this again, you'll be notified. And I hope you have a very blessed July. Take care.